Hello and welcome to the class. I am Inu Balian. Welcome you for the class. Today we would be discussing about that how to use Excel once you are preparing the balance sheet. See, all the things are nowadays being done through the Excel. It is very necessary, it is very important to understand that how we actually preparing the balance sheet in the Excel. Before that, we need to understand that this is the question, this would be your statements, this would be your trial balance or the details which is being given by the company. Here we are talking about like the things which has been given is the question is the capital is being given drawings, plant and machinery, delivery vehicles, debtors, creditors, purchase, sales and wages. Similarly, cash at bank, salaries, repair, opening stock, rent, manufacturing expenses, bills payable, bad debts and carriage inward. These are the some additional information which has already been given. Firstly, I will show you that how we prepare, how we transfer these expenses in the balance sheet or in the P&L or trading account. It will go to the balance sheet to the liability side. Again, it will go to the liability side. This will go to the asset side. It will go to the debit side of P&L account. It will go to the asset side, liability side. This will go to the trading account to the debit side. Sales will go to the trading account credit side and wages will go to the trading account debit side. The second thing is the cash will go to the asset side, salary will be moving to the P&L account debit side, repairs will go to the debit side to the P&L account, it will go to the trading account, opening stock trading account to the debit side, rent will go to the P&L account debit side, manufacturing expenses will be goes to the debit side, bills payable will be going to the liability side in the balance sheet, bad debt will go to the P&L account to the debit side, carriage inward will go to the trading account to the debit side. So, these are the identification of the expenses where will they go. Once you are preparing the balance sheet manually, prepare it with the first trading account, second P&L account and third one is the balance sheet. Just giving you a quick recap that how we prepare the balance sheet in trading and P&L account in the manual format. You prepare trading and P&L account manually. This would be your particulars, amount, particulars, amount. Similar will do for the trading account and for the P&L account. For the balance sheet, we would be doing like balance sheet and here your liabilities, your amount column, your asset side and your amount column. You might have practice about it as I have already shown this in my earlier lecture that how we are how we are supposed to prepare all these statements once we are doing it manually. Now, we will check that how we are making these statements by use of the Excel. Now, we would be looking at the Excel use of the that how we prepare the balance sheet in Excel. So, the very first thing you need that I have drawn the question. These are the additional information which I have just show you in the PPT. So, here starting with the very first thing that is particulars, second will move to the amount, third will again the particulars and again amount. What we are making? We are preparing the trading and P&L account. So, I give a format by using the very first thing which comes out in the when we are transferring the is the different expenses and different incomes in the P&L account and trading account, you need to mention the company name. Suppose this company name is ABC Limited, and at the date as on 31st March 2020, and need to write the trading account of ABC Limited as on 31st March 2020. Now, we will one by one we will transfer all the expenses and all the income. So, as you know, the expenses side will start with the 2, it will be starting like opening with the opening stock, and opening stock is being given, that is 16,000. Next is to purchase, and the amount of purchase is 20,000. Your delivery expenses will go to the P&L account, debtors, creditors, purchase, sales. The carriage inward to carriage inward will be going to this side, and the amount is 1600. Wages to wages, wages is being given 8,000. Do check whether the any expenses is being left or not. So, here we transfer the sales by sales is giving you, like sales is amount of sale is being given like 42,000, and by closing stock the amount is given closing stock is given you, the closing stock amount is again 16,000, it is being given in the additional information. So, do check whether there is any adjustment which we need to fulfill at the time of preparing the this trading or P&L account. The depreciation would be charged only in the P&L account, because this is the indirect expenses, and unpaid rent will also go to the P&L account. Closing stock we have considered here only. So, now we will check the total of this. What will we do? We put in this place we need the total. So, total equals to, mark the sign of equal, then this select this cell, again mark plus, choose this cell, put the again plus sign, choose last one cell and this one. Now, mark the equal, that is the total is 45,600. You can do the same thing with the other method also by choosing the formula from the main menu bar. Now, we will do the total for this, and we will check which total is the greater. So, mark the equal sign, this one will be added to the next cell and equals to 58,000. Okay. Do check whether we having anything, we have left anything here, the manufacturing expenses is being left here. So, we will add here only. To manufacturing expenses, and your expenses are 1500. So, need to do the total again, this plus this one, this cell plus this cell plus 8,000 cell, and the last one is 1500, and the total is 47,100. Now, when you want to extract that whether we having the profit or loss, the balancing figure would be coming here. This 58,000, what you are need to do, that write it there, The total again will shift to the next slide. What will we do here? The two gross profit and equals this cell minus this cell. The total was this. So, we having the gross profit of rupees 10,900. We will do the same thing for the next preparing the trading balance also for the P&L account, that is P&L account for ABC Limited as on the date. You need to mention every time, you are supposed to mention all the dates, as on 31st March 2020. So, starting we will add all the expenses here, then to your profit will be going to this side by gross profit. Need to mention here 10900, starting with the 2, that find out the different indirect expenses here. You having indirect expenses like salaries is 8,000, to your rent is there, but for the rent what they have mentioned that the amount was unpaid, means it was the outstanding amount 500 rupees. So, 4,500 plus 500, it will be coming out 5,000. Similarly, you will transfer all the expenses, and by transferring all the expenses you would be getting the different gross profit and gross loss. So, we will checking the another question that the all the things are given here. I have already transferred this thing. What we have done, that by transferring all these statements, all these figures here, what you are supposed to do was, the main important thing is prepare this statement. Once you are done with the statement, putting your all the means your formatting and done, you are supposed to add, you take the balancing figure here, what is the formula for making the total, that is equals to by sum of that it was the total. You can choose by choosing the one by one cell, you can make the addition, or you can do the other thing also by choosing the equal sign for making the sum. Similarly, we will do here also, that equals to sum, once you want to have the total, then enter. You need to close the bracket because you want what kind of sum you need to choose the cells also. I repeat this thing once again, that what I have done here, mark the sign of equal, then write the sum, SUM sum, start with the bracket, then choose the cell, close the bracket and then enter. So, you will get the total of this, that what is the amount, what is the total of this. Okay. The total is 21900. The balancing figure which is coming out is 82400. It will be transferred to the again to the next statement, and here we have already made the statement. What I have done here, that these are the expenses, indirect expenses. In these expenses, actually once the additional information is being given, additional adjustment is being given, you are supposed to do it internally. Once you are doing all the things internally, the rent will be 22,000 and there was a outstanding rent for 1 month. You have add this rent and in the outer column you are showing the exact figure. Exact means what is the total of actual rent. The outstanding interest on the bank loan that is being calculated at 8% was there, and it was for the 6 months. So, you can do the calculation. I am showing you here. Mark the sign of equal, and what you want? You want to calculate 25,000 into 8% means divided by 100, it will come out 2000. Now, what you want to do? 2000 should be calculated, multiply by 6 divided by 12. Mark the sign of equal. 2000 into 6 divided by 12 and it will come out 1000. So, 1000 is being given here. I am just repeating it again to show you that for the better understanding. Once you are calculating this kind of figure, means 25,000 into 8% and 6 divided by 12%. So, why we have taken the 6 divided by 12? Because this outstanding interest is only for the 6 months. It is being started in the October, month of the October, or till, if we count the month like from the 8 from the October, November, December, January, Feb and March, we are having the 6 months. So, for this we are calculating like equal sign for calculating 25,000 into 8% divided by 100, and this 2000 would be multiplied by 6 divided by 12. The amount will come out 1000 rupees. So, similarly, we are doing for the bad debts also, that additional provision was made for the 1000 rupees. Once you are making the additions or of this, now I'll show you that how to do the formatting once you are preparing the trading and P&L account, that how I have drawn all these statements. So, I am just writing here that financial statement of, suppose this is the name is Sharda. So, now what will we do? Choose it, select the cell by pressing the shift and the right and left keys, and what I will do, I will merge the cell. This is the merge in the center. Once the cell is in merge in center, you can choose that whether you want to keep your text downward or in the middle or in the upward. You can do this thing in the bold also by pressing the Control B. It will be more visible now. Next thing, that once you are doing preparing the trading account, again choose the 4 or 5 cells and do the merge and center. You can write it here like trading account, and again we will choose the cell. How we are choosing the cell? By clicking on the cell, by pressing the shift and again right cursor, then choosing the merger and the center. By making it merge and center, we can write the another things, that for the year ending March 31st 2020. So, it is how we in the one way you can make it the bold also. Now, you are supposed to prepare the statement that we having the 4 columns here. So, we will choose the 4 columns and we need to do the margin. How we will prepare the margin here? We will go to this icon, choose that whether you want the bottom margin or you want all margin. I need all margins. So, I am having now, this is my particular column, this is the amount column, again it will be the same. So, I will copy it by pressing the shift and key Control C, and then I will go to this cell and Control V, paste, Control V. For pasting anything you need to choose the Control V, and for copying you need to press the key of Control C. By making this, you can choose it to make it bold, and now you can enter your all the entries, like choosing like 2, opening stock, and the amount will be here only 42,000. You are supposed to do the other calculation internally rather than going externally, because in the external amount column you will always show the original and the final, full and final value. We will mark here to purchase, and the purchase is being given like 82,600, but there was a return. So, what will we do? We will minus less return outward, and amount is, I will insert one more column here. By for inserting, you can go to the top of the column and pressing the insert. So, what I will do, that 82,600 was the purchase and the return was 1600. So, what I will do, put the formula here, minus equals this amount, sign of minus this cell, enter. The amount will be coming out 81,000. No need to use the calculator, it would be very simple once you get in the practice of it. Similarly, we will do for the all the things also, and in the similar pattern you will get the that closing, this carriage inward is being transferred there. Similarly, we did for the wages also, because it was a additional information was given like wages outstanding. What is the outstanding? Outstanding means that it has not been yet paid, it is due on the company. So, they are supposed to pay this 2400 also. So, what will we do? The adjustment is always being done like to wages, the amount was rupees 4,000 and the outstanding wages was 24,000. So, what will we do? I need a total of this because I need to add this thing. So, I will put the mark of equal, this cell plus this cell. Enter 6400. So, it is the total for the outstanding and wages. Similarly, you will do for the other things also. Similarly, for the profit and loss statement will go again in the same format, whatever transaction you want to do. The main thing, once you are preparing the balance sheet, you need to know that whether how to add them, how to subtract it, how to choose the cell and how to give the format. Usually, once you are preparing the balance sheet in the Excel, you are supposed to prepare the balance sheet in the vertical format. Once you are choosing the vertical format, it is it on and on it is going to the see, I can do this thing here only, that how we are preparing the vertical format. I am choosing all these statements, all these expenses, Control C, by pressing the Control C, and Control V is for pasting it. And this is the T format. I will show you the vertical format by pressing the shift and selecting all, Control C, and I am putting it here, Control V. So, in this way I have my all the assets and all the liabilities in a one sequence. So, what I will do, I will remove this one because in the middle it is not required. You can go to the delete. Here you are mentioning your liabilities, and this is not required to mention here. And for making it more perfectly more attractive or more professional format, what you will do, you will choose the side border, all border, we will go to the border icon and we apply the thick border. By this, you having this vertical format of the balance sheet. Let me show you it more clearly. See, now it is more visible that this is the vertical format in which was first we are mentioning our assets and then we are mentioning our liabilities, and all the assets we have shown in the these are the fixed asset and these are your current asset. You can do similar, whether you want to choose, you want to show your fixed asset first or current assets first, it is up to you only. This is the this is the vertical format for the balance sheet. and this is your T format of the balance sheet. So, by this I think it would be easy for you to understand it, that how we are coming to the, how we are preparing all the balance sheet and all the financial statement in the Excel, because once you are choosing these statement and once you are preparing these statement through the Excel, it is actually minimizing your work. There is a one software which we use in the accounting, that is your Tally. In this we use Tally and we transfer all the accounts, all the details in the Tally itself, so that it would be easy to understand. And on the Tally itself they are considering that whether it will go to the debit side or it will go to the credit side. But when once you do not having the software, you can prepare, companies are preparing this statement or small companies are preparing this statement on the this Excel, because for use of the Tally you need to have the proper software for this. So, once you are making your statement through the Excel, you need to understand few points, that how to apply any sign, any formula. First press the equal, then you can, if you want to sum, then sum. If you want to do the average, then choose the average from here. Start the initial letter, start with the initial letter. Once you are starting with the initial letter, then it will be definitely coming to you and it will apply the formula on and on. So, I think it is more clear to you now. You can need to do more practice for this, and by doing more practice you can actually make your own Excel, make your own balance sheet, make it on the yourself on the Excel. I think the use of the Excel you have seen, and this is that how we have pasted in the this PPT. This was the statement which I have just shown you. So, do more practice, do more and prepare the Excel sheet for your own homework, and I think it would be helpful for you. I always prefer these books for the practice, that is S.N. Maheshwari book. Take any example, start with the examples only rather than going for the fresh numericals, so that it would be easy for you to understand that how to solve the question. Once you are done with the example, then go for the fresh numericals and new practical illustrations and all. It would be great once you doing the more and more practice. And if you having any query, you can write me at meenu.balian@imsec.ac.in. All the best and thank you.